What is even going on anymore? I don't even know what is going on. It seems like every goddamn big YouTuber is a pedo in some way, shape, or fashion, because this is just ridiculous. I look on my Twitter today, I see the big Kris Tyson news going crazy wacko mode, insano mode all over Twitter. And honestly, there is so much to cover that I can't. I can't talk about everything against Kris Tyson. I did make a video about Dr. Disrespect not too long ago when it turned out that he was a pedophile. And here we are again with Kris Tyson. I feel like I make one of these videos fairly often nowadays, and it's so bizarre, right? It is so weird how many of these people are out there in some way, shape, or fashion, and nobody would know who they are unless they were like big, famous YouTubers, streamers, etc. Like nobody would know what kind of person they really are unless they were, big, like online public image people, and all their business is just out there pretty much. So absolutely insane stuff going on right now. And I just wanted to talk about this for a bit because I honestly can't even believe this. Like I said earlier, it feels like every week, every month, at the very least, once a month, it seems like some massive creator has become a pedophile. It's like, what the fuck is going on? I don't even know what the fuck is going on. They put such a bad reputation on the names of other people, you know what I mean? It's crazy. But anyway, let's get into it. Mr. Beast, Kris Tyson. A lot of y'all know her. She's the big, Mr. Beast person. She's been on Mr. Beast for a super long time now. Before her transition, when she was a male, she was on Mr. Beast, and now she's a female and she's on Mr. Beast. Like, she's been on Mr. Beast since the inception of, Mr. Beast. Since Mr. Beast was actually before Mr. Beast, before he even made his YouTube channel, Mr. Beast and Kris were friends. And the first piece of evidence that comes out is that Kris met up with a 16-year-old when Kris was overage. And that's pretty crazy. Like, that's actually fucking insane, right? But that's not the biggest piece of damning evidence. And before we even go further into that, because I want to go to the crazy stuff first. So before we get into that, there was a really good video that I just watched about 30 minutes ago called "This Video Will Make You Hate Kris Tyson." That basically explains that Kris Tyson is a lolly enjoyer. And if you don't know what lolly is, basically lolly is hentai. I'm sure everyone knows what hentai is. It's like anime porn, essentially. But lollies are child anime porn. Like they depict children, right? That's what lollies are in a sexual way, right? So that's what lollies are. And Kris loves it. He made a public tweet saying that nothing gets his knob cranking like lollies. There is a big artist named Shadman or Shadbase, and he draws children in a sexual way constantly. And Kris always comments under Shadman's posts like, "Yes, I love this. Please do some art of this, underage minor. This underage, cartoon actor is really cute."
Shadman was a normal guy until he decided to attend an art university in Switzerland to pursue his passion for art. However, shortly after, he was expelled when some of his artwork was discovered to be illegal, even considered a danger to society. But something more extreme was about to happen. He launched his own website, and that's when his talented artwork came to light. In 2011, he did a very disgusting and unexpected thing. He released art of his own mother. How are Ava and Shadman linked? Well, the answer to this is another drawing by Shadman. It depicts a young girl wearing a "Please be patient, I have autism" cap, pointing a gun at her mouth. She has a fidget spinner as an earring and a spade tattoo on her thigh that says BBC, which we all know what it means. On November 18th, 2017, Ava responded to a tweet from Grande and Mr. Beast stating, "This is coming from a guy who owns a Shad-based drawing and has it as a centerpiece in his living room." Just some time later, they also posted the exact same drawing laid on the floor with the caption, "Bonus fidget spinners to throw some extra autism." Initially, it seems Kris was being sarcastic because this tweet came after Shadman had drawn all those disgusting images. In this Mr. Beast video, you'll notice a very familiar thing at the 9 minutes and 30-second timestamp. From what I believe, keeping illegal art in the bedroom isn't normal at all. On January 17th, 2018, a person tweeted saying, "Remember this growing up? Me too. Check it out at Shadbase," featuring a photo of the 4-year-old cartoon character Caillou with his mother. Obviously, we know Shadbase is a website with very disgusting content involving children and comic book characters, and the tweet clearly referenced that. But instead of opposing it, Kris joined in and replied, "Help, I need an adult." I don't think there's any need to explain how crazy this stuff is. But what's even crazier is Ava's next tweet. Maybelle and Dipper are 12-year-old siblings from a show called Gravity Falls. On July 14th, 2017, a user tweeted comics of these characters kissing. Ava replied, "They're twins, so at this point, it's just right?" I mean, it's almost unbelievable. On June 21st, 2018, a user posted some scenes of a 14-year-old character named Violet from the movie Incredibles. Ava replied saying, "Low-key, she's cute." On April 16th, 2019, Ava will post a clip from their livestream where they accidentally visited Shadman's website. What's even weirder is that they gave him a shoutout stating, "Shout out to Shadbase for having safe for work drawings today." I accidentally put up his website on stream. On January 25th, 2019, Shadman posted a picture of a character called Raftalia from The Rising of the Shield Hero. There are two versions of her in the show. In one she is 17 and in the other she's 10. Shadman posted a 10-year-old version stating, "What is this and why do people keep sending me this?" Ava replied underneath saying, "Please Shad, please." I believe everyone understands what this means. The story behind this image is that there are two versions of the image. One with the girl clothed and the other without. And the post was liked by Ava.
Shadman also made to show how crazy Shadman is, Shadman made pornographic art, like anime porn art, of Keemstar's 8-year-old daughter, which is so fucking deplorable. And the fact that Kris Tyson supports someone like this and loves someone like this, and even in one of Mr. Beast's old videos, you can see some of Shadman's art sitting on the wall, like in the corner. It's crazy.
Someone will tweet on November 8th, 2016, asking Shadman to draw Keemstar's daughter, who was 7 years old at the time, doing inappropriate things with Donald Trump. Shadman will respond by saying that if Trump wins the election, he will deliver it. And as we know, Trump wins, and as promised, Shadman will post drawings of her in an unusual manner. As if this wasn't enough, he'll later release a drawing of her giving head to Donald Trump.
It's crazy, and it's obviously an underage person. It's weird as fuck, right? To have an art like that and to support someone like that and to constantly be loving lollies. So Kris, Mr. Beast, Tyson, Kris really loves lollies. Lollies are underage. Kris meets with a 16-year-old underage person. Kris is overage. I'm going to let this guy explain it because he goes into more detail than I probably could.
This ain't true. And this screenshot is Kris Tyson talking one-on-one with him. And at this point, he would have been 16. And here we go. Here is the picture of them meeting up together. I'm gonna censor his face. And as you can see right there's Carl right there. There's Kris Tyson right there. Kris Tyson was talking to this guy since he was 13. Kris Tyson was in college. And of course, the moment he was able to drive, he takes a camper van out in the middle of the woods, which, by the way, very secluded area. Let me talk about that. Anytime that someone is taking a camper van somewhere, bringing it out in the desert or the middle of the woods, it's very unnecessary because there's RV parks, there's the Walmart parking lot, there's plenty of areas you can go instead of going to a place that's very unfamiliar to you to camp out there, especially in a secluded area. So the real question is, if he was talking to Kris Tyson, who is interested in both men and women, since he was 13 years old and Kris Tyson was in college, why did he take a camper van out to see him and take it out in the middle of the woods in this secluded area? And then he met up with him like 2 days later, like the picture was posted.
Now, I'm not going to go too hard on this because the quote-unquote victim of this whole story, the 16-year-old boy, he actually came out with a tweet and he said these videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? The situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I'm not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all. So it seems like Ava never did anything to this guy. So I'm not going to go super hard like, oh my god, Ava met a 16-year-old, because it seems like nothing happened. I don't know the whole lore behind this 16-year-old person. Maybe it's just a fan of Mr. Beast videos. I don't know when Mr. Beast's career kind of took off. Maybe he was just a fan and they were like, yo, do you want to hang out with us for a day? You know, make your dream come true, do some like cool Make-A-Wish shit. I have no idea what the fuck happened with these guys. So I'm not going to go super hard into it. The guy even in question says nothing happened. So I'm going to take his word for it. Nothing happened. I believe him. There's also another big video floating around about Kris Tyson, how he used to make edgy jokes in the past.
I know, dude. I would come inside of that egg and then watch her eat it, and then watch her have sex with another man while she comments about how my genitalia can never satisfy her. I hope he gets cancer in the mouth.
Okay. I gotta say, that is one of the not good places.
I hope he goes his entire life not smoking a single cigarette, and then when he gets 80, he just gets fucked with by some dude with some cancer dick, and he shoves it in his mouth and gets mouth cancer.
Yeah.
That's hot. Mouth from cancer dick.
Now, if you've never been on the internet before, I'm sure you see those videos and are like freaking out, like, oh my god, that's crazy, insane, he said something horrible. Let me tell you, everyone was saying the worst thing imaginable 6 years ago. I don't know exactly when this video was filmed, but edginess was internet culture. It was like, if you were on the internet and you weren't edgy, you weren't actually on the internet at all. This is just how shit was back then. Back in the day when Filthy Frank was popular, iDubbbz was popular, this was the fucking area of the internet. So I really don't think him saying, oh, I hope this person comes in an egg and this person gets throat cancer, I really don't think that's that big of a deal, honestly, because everyone said shit way worse than that back in the day. That's just how the internet was. Obviously, times have changed, the internet has changed. Thankfully, that's not a thing anymore, because it is kind of a weird thing to do, you know, like, it's just bizarre, like, why are you talking like that, you know what I mean? But that's just how shit was back then. The video that you're watching now is a video that a 14-year-old recorded showing that Kris Tyson was talking to her through Snapchat, which is another big piece of damning evidence. Why, as an adult, are you talking to a 14-year-old for this long? I can understand saying a few words to a 14-year-old if you're trying to grow an audience and you want to grow like a core fan base. You want to talk to your community. It makes 100% perfect sense, right? But he's saying stuff like, thanks, dad, which I'm not sure what that means. I guess I'm not going to assume it's sexual because I don't know what the fuck that means. But he does kissing faces to a 14-year-old. He does hearts to a 14-year-old. Very creepy, weird behavior. I would not want my 14-year-old to be talking to a grown man who sends hearts and kissing faces. Like, that's weird as fuck. And some more evidence of Kris being a weirdo, because that's all that we need. We need more evidence of that, because we definitely don't have enough. So a long time ago, and I actually never even knew this until I just saw this video. So a lot of y'all may remember the fappening, when a bunch of celebrities got leaked online, right? A bunch of their like inappropriate pictures got shared. And so that happened, and everyone was going crazy in high school. Oh my god, all these famous, you know, celebrities. I never knew how that happened. I never really sat down and thought about it. I was just like, oh, okay, that's kind of crazy, I guess. I never thought about how it happened. But apparently, at least with Jeanette McCurdy, what happened, and y'all know Jeanette McCurdy, the girl from iCarly, right? The blonde girl, Sam. So basically what happened is she sent her boyfriend inappropriate pictures, and then he shared those inappropriate pictures after they broke up. What the fuck? Is anyone normal? Yeah, super crazy. So apparently that's what happened, and that's how she got leaked. I never knew that until I saw this video from Kris.
How's it going, you guys? So recently everybody's been hearing about the Jeanette McCurdy leak of her photo. What the story is, she sent pictures to her boyfriend, her now ex-boyfriend, and he leaked them out. And she is a very popular Nickelodeon star on the show iCarly, and probably seen as the pulling of the show. It'll probably be taken off the air. Second off, you'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that you know, people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it.
Hey guys, you know, I'm just making this goofy little YouTube video. I'm not endorsing people to look at Jeanette McCurdy's leaked nudes, but, you know, if you want to, they're in the description. I just put a link in the description. I don't want people to look at that, you know, that's crazy. But the link is in the description if you want to check it out. You know, I'm going to talk about it a couple more times. Link in the description, link in the description, link in the description, link in the description, link in the description. But guys, I don't think that y'all should be looking at that. Like, it's so goofy, so unserious. And another crazy, wild, wacko, insane piece of evidence I will share to you about how weird Mr. Beast, I don't know why I keep saying Mr. Beast. It's not Mr. Beast, at least yet that we know of. He knew about this, it seems. I'll get into that actually here in a bit. But Kris Tyson is the big weirdo, right? Kris is the weirdo. So this is the last piece of little crazy evidence that I'll share, and it is Kris saying the N-word with hard R on Mr. Beast's early stream.
What?
He said nigger back in 2009. It's going viral.
You do know I'm watching this for 10 hours straight on a live stream.
I see.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said the N-word.
Well, you just said the N-word.
But I'm not relevant.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess you can say the N-word.
Now, after this is the part where I don't know what the hell is going on because it gets so messy, it gets so confusing. I don't know what the fuck is going on, what we're going to find out soon, if we're ever going to find anything out. Because one of Mr. Beast's old crew members, Jake the Viking, I'm sure a lot of y'all know Jake the Viking. Jake the Viking was big in Mr. Beast's early days. He was in the big Orbeez video. You know, he was in the crew for quite a while. He came out with a tweet that says, Jimmy knew. So apparently Jimmy knew that Ava was weird, yet kept Ava on the team anyway. I don't understand that. That's kind of weird. But the big thing where I'm like, what the fuck is even going on is this video.
Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. That fuck.
Hold on, let me turn off the music. I'm outside Mr. Beast's studio right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, you know, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at Mr. Beast from February to May of this year, 2024. Kris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says Mr. Beast knew, yeah, Mr. Beast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Kris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything Mr. Beast has done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
So what the hell is going on? What is happening? What does Mr. Beast know? What's going on? Is Mr. Beast involved? Like, it's a crazy situation. It's super weird. And, yeah, that's all we know now. Is that Kris Tyson is a fan of underage people. Surprise, surprise. Mr. Beast apparently knew, as you could see in the old Mr. Beast screenshot, actually, when, you know, Kris Tyson had that weird artwork above her room, which, to be fair, I guess you could see that artwork and be like, oh, wow, you know, we're just living in edgy times. Edgy. This girl has a gun in her mouth and she has a hat that says, please be patient, I have autism. I understand how Mr. Beast could write that off as like, okay, I don't really understand it. But apparently everyone's saying that Mr. Beast knew. So what am I to make of that, right? Weird, crazy, insane situation. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. I don't know what's going to come out of this. But yeah, that's it. All right. See ya.